Hi! How are you all doing? Tarzan is again tired as always. New game. Phantom leads in evidence. Shadow over London. Baker Street. Is that a very common street name?
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. The newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed. Your papers are here, on the table.
Let us see what the postman brought today.
Welcome to the game. Alright. Cool. Switching from Nintendo to Xbox all the time, Xbox controller, the controllers, it's so confusing because they're in the wrong places. Okay, hey.
This mess is getting out of hand. What will the landlady think?
I don't know. Let's get the paper. I can expect it. Alright. Tension between England and Sweden are running high after a series of unfortunate mishaps. During a recent visit to London by Swedish Princess Hildur. Chief among the scandals was the embarrassment of the British diplomatic corps as a result of the unexplained disappearance of Princess Hildur's personal bodyguard. The long-term member of her inner circle took the opportunity to explore London while off duty and never returned from his late-night promenade. As a spokesman for the police assures the advertiser that they are confident the bodyguard will be located, as he is a striking representative of the Scandinavian people. A man like that gets noticed, whether by his peers at the gentlemen's club or the fair nightingales who comfort them. Alright, so someone kidnapped the Swedish guy. Nor the Swedish bodyguard.
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting.
Oops, I picked it up.
Your order from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
What does this say?
Another letter from Werner. I never reply, but they keep coming.
Okay.
I don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
Are you gonna go dig in the trash? Alright, let's go dig in the trash. It's rainy today. Why not dress in something more appropriate for the weather? Alex are proper. Alright,
The dustbin is yours for the digging, Mr. Holmes.
where is the dustbin? Oh, it's in this one. There's the thing. There.
A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool.
Alright.
You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
It's mad. I can run.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
Gimme, kid.
Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
You
Blast.
just yelled.
Then why are you still here?
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
Market. What were today's
Any
headlines?
breaking news today?
The dog accident. It's the talk of the town.
Yes, yes. Besides the tripe on the front page, anything about burglaries?
I'm not sure, sir.
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Yes,
Precisely.
probably.
What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Oh,
Dr.
smart
Watson.
kid.
Cool, now I can take the day off.
Oh. Oh no. Why would a guy steal our newspaper? Oh, probably because we're on track of something. Tell me about him.
Can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Never heard of a well-read assassin.
Looks can deceive. Hence the appeal of disguises.
What did he do
Did
to
you
it?
see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I ducked down. Not because I was scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise. And all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears. If you have more shillings.
If you have more money, I can do more stuff. Ooh. The newsboy said the suspicious man was carrying a stack of books. Right. See, I'm not good at mysteries, but this is fun. Okay. The local bookseller delivered a novel from Dr. Watson. A cactus spine for assassination, a loud bang. A visit to Mr. Barnes is in order. Alright.
Come now, Mr. Holmes. Murder? Yes, Barnes has his
Get the
quirks, but he
Strand.
also has his
Get your copy of the Strand here.
Not every pawn knows it's part of a game.
Get your
He
copy
Okay,
of the
seems
Strand
where is
here.
Barnes?
obsessed with you. Would he do something?
Baker Street. Can I go somewhere else? Oh, present. It should have like a book sign, probably, right? Like a sign of some sort. Veterinary. Mo at something. I don't know. Yeah, meow. Drugstore. Pianos. News.
May I ask you something?
A lady doesn't know about such things.
About what things? I didn't ask you anything. I haven't said anything yet. Alright. Wrong way. Maybe this way? Forgot I can run. Can't be that far away. Oh my god.
What does it say? What does it say?
Hey. Found a creepy doll, that's nice. That's locked. You go in there. You go in here. Hello? We're supposed to find a bookshop, right? This does not look like the right way to bookshop. Maybe it's up here? I'm gonna be running around all day. What is here?
Can I
Hi.
ask you a question?
No, I don't know anything about that.
I haven't asked anything yet. I found it. Where there's a barber shop. Is it here? Barber. There it is. Found it. Let's go kick his ass.
A ruined newspaper is hardly the end of the world. We can always buy another.
Shut up, Watson. I'm gonna kick his ass. I can inspect. Bags under eyes. The effect of overwork. Yeah, we all know those. You have dirt on your hand. Ink. Ah, newspaper ink. Oh, you guilty. Look at that face. So guilty. What do you have in your pants? Leans heavily on his right leg. Swore left leg? Oh, I can sue. Shoot. High heel. He wants to look taller. Ah. Blackmail. Blackmail. Oh no, I have to choose one. Mr. Barnes had large bags under his eyes, the result of poor sleep and stress. He has developed a limp, like a result of an attack. He wears high heels to look taller or stronger. Or workaholic. I'm gonna try workaholic. Yeah, let's try
Mr.
that.
Barnes? A word.
Oh no, he's a black man. He
Oh,
jumped.
goodness sake.
Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes. Now will you please?
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you come in.
Oh, I stood right in front of him.
Would you care to answer some questions for me?
Well, I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we,
He's a
reschedule
blackmail
in a
victim.
month or two?
Come now, Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
Really deep in the weeds with important things. Well, help yourself to any book, just take it and pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
You're asking the right questions, Doctor. Let's find a way to coax him out. The ladder is broken recently, judging by the freshness of the wood.
Okay. Maybe that's how he hurt his knee. Am I hearing a dog? There's a dog! Hi!
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
Who's a good boy? Like you, good boy. I don't love dogs. I love dogs. I want a dog.
I could hardly imagine anything more macabre.
Books?
Basics of cryptoanalysis, cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby.
Cryptography is an interesting hobby. Everlasting plant. Exotic plants catalog. Everlasting plants for everlasting love. Okay. Can I unpin this now? I don't need to have that on my... Anything else? There. Stack of books?
An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible.
Dead flowers?
In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is.
Ah. Okay, I can move. I looked at that. Oh, outside.
The finest view London has to offer.
Flowers? The lady? You're looking at the lady? Sherlock.
Barnes has always been a little odd, but this is uncharacteristic even for him. We're looking for a cactus needle in a haystack. A spine in a book stack? No, come on, Watson, think.
Flowers.
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine
There's
so.
a cactus.
I merely sell them.
Familiar spine? Is this what I found in my dustbin?
This the cactus? Oh, it's
It is
broken.
damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something.
Maybe I got hit in the head with the cactus thing.
Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
Let's observe you and try to make a characteristic out of you. Distant look. Avoids eye contact. Wearing makeup. Mourning robe. Honoring deceased husband. Luxury fabric. Unusual for work attire. Oh, the dog. Hi, buddy. Let me look at your shoes. Change shoes upon arrival. Still grieving or ready to move on? I don't know. Wears a mourning brooch in memory of her late husband. Her dress is made from an expensive fabric that is not suitable for work. Her shoes show no trace of mud. She must have changed them when she arrived. Her eyes constantly dart around the street, seemingly in search for something, perhaps she waiting for someone. Memory of her husband, she's trying to move on, unsuggested by her makeup and nice outfit. What do we think? She is still grieving or ready to move on? Probably ready to move on if she's wearing something pretty. makeup and... Or to hide her tear-stained cheeks. That's right. Expensive, not suitable work for shoes. She must... While she tries to bury her grief by dressing extravagantly, she still wears a mourning robe. Oh. Maybe still grieving since she has the mourning robe. I'ma say still grieving. Sure.
My condolences, Mrs. Fleming.
Mr. Holmes?
Your husband's death. You're clearly still in mourning.
Oh no. I loved him more than anything, of course, but
Oh,
that
maybe we
was
should
some
move
time
on.
ago now. Life goes
Oops.
on.
A lesson we all learn, one way or another. One of these things is not like the other.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a devil to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless, though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break.
Oh, someone put it there.
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh,
Ah, he's
I
flirting.
hope you're right. Yes. No, not really. Well,
What?
in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course, but we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes.
Ah, they're
Each
flirting.
morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog, and most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy, so we see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached, but since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
Probably you, hun. You knew him more. Yeah, that was right. Roses for sale, maybe? No. Cactus pot? Yeah, cactus pot. Mr. Barnes is in love. Barnes displays a bouquet of dead flowers to attract the attention of Mrs. Fleming, a florist. He may hope she will come into the shop and give him watering advice, or it can simply be a symbol of his desperation. Barnes anonymously gives to her a cactus, which he ordered from the catalog on his counter. A questionable choice, but for Barnes, symbol of his eternal love, since the catalog presents these cacti as immortal. Plainly, this is the same cactus he dropped on the strand outside 221B Baker Street. Now to hear the full story. Oh, he's in love.
I think perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
Do not despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes.
Alright, I made mistakes on
We
both.
better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Apparently I'm not good at people. Okay. Mr. Barnes, your love. Doggy, did I pet you again?
So,
I
Barnes has
can
a dog
pet you.
now. Who's a good boy?
Who's your good boy?
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer.
Poor thing. Oi, I think he fell. A
I couldn't
paper.
read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right then.
Alright then. Why did you run away?
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus in your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Oh, it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
Did he get a dog only to, like, meet Mrs. Fleming? I know what to do.
As in most things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the obtruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman.
Yes,
What is the
please.
worst that can happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
That... Yes, you are correct, of course. I do have a slight tendency to overthink things. Thank you.
So, at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a
Of
bookseller.
course. What do you mean?
I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
Of course.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes,
Yes,
okay.
yes, come
Just
on.
give me the paper.
Give me. Thank you. Alright. The Strand. Saltpeter explosion rock stocks. What? Salt petra explosion rock stocks. Alright. Locals at the port of London had a rude awakening last night, with loud bangs and thick red smoke, disturbing the peace. Merchant ship Moskva had docked at Pier number 3 in the early evening, en route to Europe, when it was rocked by several concussive explosions. The port authority is yet to comment on the incident, and it is unknown if any crew members were on board at the time. Eyewitnesses report seeing saltpeter. What is that? Am I saying it wrong? Probably. Leaking into the river, but with the area still off limits to workers and the public, it may be some time before we have a full account of what transpired.
Come, Dr. Watson. Let us put
Okay.
this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes.
We went
that
for
was
what?
an utter waste of time.
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No. Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition. And that perhaps, if ill-applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which
We
brings
start
us back to
seeing
my
things.
news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Ooh.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes.
Oh,
I know it's
Watson.
not the most tantalizing mystery,
Oh.
nor the story to launch my writing career. But,
It's brilliant. Let's go.
oh, good.
Oh.
Well, his house is nearby. Come.
Amazing. Let's go. Run. into this. Where was his house? Oh, there.
Not much further now.
Okay, let's follow you. Ah, this way. Oops. Get in here? This wasn't open before. Yeah, probably here.
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. It's my superiors who made this decision,
I'm
sir.
sorry, Ruffles? Your name is Ruffles? Sergeant Ruffles? Other missing people?
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer.
Why won't you investigate?
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimahia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony. Then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning
Complain
about
now.
your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
Describe her.
Tell me about Kim here.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen. And as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
How did you invest a lot of money in him? When did he vanish?
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
Escape. He must have
May I see your
escaped.
servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
Okay. Has he run away before?
I take it this is the first time Kimahia has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
Why would he run away? Yeah, you said escape.
Is there any reason Kimahia may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Oh, he had cabbage. Well, of course.
Did Kimahia
And he would
make off
never
with
run
anything of
away.
value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No, no. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
Mentally drafting my complaint. He's such a Karen. Alright, let's take a look around then. Can we go inside? Go back to his pool shed. Statue without a head. What is that?
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots. Chewing tobacco.
Yeah.
5 minutes later.
Knee print.
Looks like a knee print.
Oh.
Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
Okay. Enough. Alright. I want to check out the tool shed. Board.
A scrap of Hessian.
I don't know what Hessian is.
These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
Maybe someone took them.
Clothes made of Hessian. Is Sten really so miserly?
Is Hessian a really bad fabric? What is this?
A Maori nose flute.
Ah.
Ngurus, they're called.
Nose flute.
No air coming through it. No air coming through it.
Yeah, I want to see here. Is that a bone?
Mutton chops. The remains of a meal.
Mutton chop. Oh?
A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan.
Oh.
That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
You were doing
The
drugs.
ashes are long since cold. Is this a Tanifar, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
Pretty dry.
Either way, it's giving me chills.
Yeah, it was quite creepy. Hmm. Footprints. I just need to. I want to see some more. Like the door.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
A lock with an unusual keyhole. Can I go inside the mansion? No. Okay. Just around the mansion.
Do you think Kimmy here had an accomplice in his escape?
Hmm. Alright. Going to bed? Ah. No. None of them are right. Okay, let's find more items. Can I pin this and talk to Stanwick again? Please say something more. Something here? No.
Do you happen to know Kimahir's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest, but I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not
it
take
wasn't
to
his
shoes.
Keyhole.
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden.
You? Okay, so he had a set of keys, so he could have gone out.
Where on earth are you going with this?
Okay, now that. That's not good.
Are you joking? Why would I know this?
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimahir's?
Yes. I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
Oh, you found it distracting, huh? Okay, chewing tobacco.
Has Kimahir ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found
Oh.
chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimahir's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
If he does not use tobacco, that means someone else came.
Why are you still here?
Why am I still here? Do I need to pin something else? Pin? Pin that.
If you find my man, I have a...
Never mind. Don't pin it. Maybe that one.
A marvelous whiskey with your name on it. This dreary rain is making a miserable day even worse.
I can't talk to you anymore.
Yes, Denwick is no angel, but he's one of my few clients. Please, try to remain courteous.
Oops. That was the wrong button. Help. Oh. Is there more to see? I need to get better at puzzles, holy. Oh, yes, there is more. There we go. TVs. Oh. Okay. I don't know if I'm doing this right. What is this? Harold track wheels.
Who could have left these tracks? They seem fresh.
Probably some guy. Iron hammer. Okay. Seems like there's more. How do I figure it out? Why are you always
This
yellow?
disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
Not head nor tail? Fresh parallel tracks, but what could have left them? Keyhole. But I don't have anything. Everything. Okay. Can I ask him more? I can't get out of the door because he won't give me a key. Bastard. Can I ask him about the trails? Maybe?
Are you stupid, Mr. Holmes? Stop loitering and go and do your job.
If I don't wanna, huh? You mean? I'm not allowed to talk to you anymore. I have no clue right now. Oh. Hello.
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
Someone plugged the chimney, that's great. That had to be fun. Oh, there's more. I'm just stupid and missed stuff. What is here? That's a face.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
That's a face. Holy. There's a face in there. What is that? Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's hard finding anything. Where? What? Who?
2 hours later.
What is that? Yeah, that's what I thought.
A small navy spyglass.
Ah, Navy spyglass. They're, maybe it's one of the ones with the dot. Oh. Let's see what happened here. Oh no. And into the rain. Oh. Can I see what happened here now? Where do you go? Oh, he's outside. Alright. It's probably the spyglass. Oh, we don't get the cloth in the chimney. Then I'm missing an... Oh no, maybe the strand. Yeah, the strand. This has something to do with the dock workers probably and the explosion. But I'm still missing an item then. Where did I find that item? Now I can see the whole story here. I used the spyglass. Was he spying on him? Are there more items to find? Mr. Sandwicher. You want to talk for a minute? I want to talk about the spyglass.
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahia's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it.
Alright. Never seen it. Oops. Press all wrong. Spyglass? No. No spyglass. Then what? I have no more items. I'm so confused. Help. I'm stuck.
One eternity later.
Oh, there. I am blind. I am super blind. Oh my god. I want to think about how long I used for that.
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
Previous. You were supposed to. What is that? Oh, I'm so happy now. Now it's just the next one. Oh no. Logs in a shack. Oh no. Garden cart was usually kept under the rain cover. Okay. Now. Key. Man, find me something. I am blind as all hell. Holy moly. I am super blind. Oh, I'm horrible at puzzle games. Yeah, I know that one. Will you move, Watson? Maybe he had the key in his head. Yeah. Unusual form bent to the left. And key print missing. Okay. Found it. Okay, unlock the door. And then the person. Validate. Oh, validate. What? What does validate mean? Oh, does it have to be at a different spot? No, it wasn't him. There. Do you have to put him in the right position? Yeah, there we go. Now it's just the other one. Was this one? Yeah. This one was right. It's not that one. This one. You didn't do shit. Oh no. Watson. That is that one. Nice. No, I think it was the last one. That it beat him up. Yeah.
Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity. When Kimahir went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimahir inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart.
He was too big.
The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense.
Remarkable. Okay. Alright. Mr. Man.
Best have found something by now, gentlemen.
What do you mean? You mean I was using too much Sorry. Someone had
I
eyes.
fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir. Likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
He's not happy.
You said that
Well,
you
I
checked the
don't
shack
take
earlier.
hints either.
Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
Alright.
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know. Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
Can I punch him, please? What? I don't want to punch him. Do it yourself then. Well, do it yourself
Captain,
then.
you are so addled by delusions of competency that you miss the blindingly obvious. Without the assistance of others, you are utterly incapable. Kimahir endured your nonsense far longer than I will.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door
No,
and
no,
used the
no,
key
no, no.
to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that.
Stop
There you
being
go.
nice.
I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please
meant
teach
being
your
mean.
companion the art of brevity.
Me. Well, you're rude.
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think
Yes,
he
and
knows
you were nice to him. Okay. Don't have anything there. What are the notable features of the doctor? Well, spyglass. The notable features. That's clothes. Cloth? That's not a notable feature. No, the spyglass is the only notable feature. Yeah, we need to go in his pail. Let's go. I spent way too long on that puzzle. Oof. Ah, bike. Can I get it? Do you go down to that boat? Shoo! I want seagulls. So you go down here. Other way. Yeah, here we go. Something went crazy. That's the doll.
No seams or torn fabric on this
Huh.
doll. Likely one-legged by design.
Oh, jeez. Welcome to the hunt. Hey ho, street pigeons and roof ravens. Another treasure hunt is upon you. With a clue in hand, it's up to you to find all the
A
dolls.
treasure hunt. Used to do lots of those in my
Huh.
childhood, myself and...
Is it a call for help? A bad joke?
or both. Better not risk leaving this matter ignored, don't you think?
And this the cart? Looks
Sturdy
like a
rope,
cart.
professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair.
Yeah, I think it's a sailor.
We
Sailor's
also
not
picked up grass along the way.
spyglass.
Kimahir's cart, I gather.
there. What is this? Haha.
Roy Soulsby. Could that be the name of our man?
Rookie mistake. Can't leave something with.
A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the color and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor?
Is it the salt?
Well, it's
of
odorless,
something?
but from the way it absorbs
Yeah.
water, I'd say saltpeter.
Then
Salt
we're in
speed.
agreement. Well done.
So it's probably someone from the dock accident then. Well, he had a calling card. Sailor's knot? Yeah, sailor's knot. Particularly not a spyglass and the footprints of a working man's boot. They all add up to one conclusion. Kimihai's... I can't pronounce it. Abductor is a sailor. Kimihai. Where does its trail lead? Oh, Jesus, there was a lot of things here. Probably, yeah. That is the sailor. Yeah. Aha, I'm getting it now. Leads to the port of London. We now know that Kimihai's kidnapper is most likely a sailor, that his wallet bears saltpeter residue. I heard it and I still don't know how to pronounce it. And that there was a recent saltpeter accident in the port of London. Everything suggests that to find Kimihai, we must head to the port of London. There is no time to lose. It is vital that we find a cab to the port of London immediately. Alright,
The Strand
let's go.
not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident. Doctor, do you recall?
The Port of London, of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed.
Oh,
We shall need to take a cab there.
indeed. Indeed, Mr. Watson. I love the Sherlock Holmes movies so much. I haven't seen the series with Benedict Cumberbatch. Need to see that. Are you a cab? Hello? Have I finished everything here? Where? No, I think I finished. Yeah. Let's go.
Where to, Gavin? The port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.